Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where we train future civil and structural engineer. My name is Justice Nwaka and I am your instructor. Today, I'll be showing you the part 6 of this 16-story building design. So on our part 1 to 3 down to part 5, we did the modeling of this 16-story building. So if this is the first time here on Ekidel, I would advise you click on the subscribe button and then locate the part 1 of this 16-story building so that you can be able to follow up what we are doing. And if you check down below on any of the parts of this video, you will see the link to be able to get this CAD file so that you can be able to follow up with what I'm doing so far. Okay, so right now on this part 6, we are going to model this greenhouse area. As you can see that on the part 6, which is on this part 6, which is this other floor plan here, there is a greenhouse area here, so which is on the 10th floor. And on this 10th floor now, this 10th floor is typically separate from all other floors, as you can see it here. So on this 10th floor now, we will model this 10th floor separately. Okay, now but before we model the 10th floor separately, let's just look at to count the number of floors that we have here based on our CAD file, so that we can be able to locate the exact place where that green area is. Okay, so right now from the CAD file now, let's now begin to count from what we have. Okay, we can choose to count from this place here. Yes, this place. Okay, so right now on this place now, looking at this right now, this ground floor here is this level here, is this level that you're seeing here below this slab. And then once you pass this place now, the next thing we'll have again is this other one here that has this window stuff here, and then which is this area here. Now we have again now this other place here, which is this one. Okay, and then we'll have this area here, this area, okay, which is basically this third one here, because right now we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, we have 4, so 1 2 3 4. Okay, which is on this side. Now the 5th one here right now is this one here, and then the 6th one here is this other one here. Okay, and then the 7th one here is this 7th one. This will be 7th one. Let me see. 7th, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Let me see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, this is the 7th one. Then we'll have 8 and then 9. Okay, this is now the 9th one. So right now we'll have from the ground floor 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so we'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, so once you pass the 9th floor, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So this is where we are now. We are directly on this slab here. So this slab you're seeing here is this slab on this place here. Okay, is this slab that you're seeing here. Okay, which is basically the level of 32,900. As you can see it also here, 32,900. That's where we are right now. As you can see, the height of the story here is showing us what? 32,900. As you can see it here at the 9th story, and that's what we have also on our CAD file here. So right now, after our CAD file, we will have to insert additional story, which is one more story. Let's now take it to the section area here so that I can see very clear. So we locate 32,900 here. So after this slab right now, we have additional story before this greenhouse. Okay, so we'll just go and insert that story. It is from that story right now, that slab that we will now add this greenhouse load. Okay, so now let's now go and confirm that just now. So on this place now, we will have to come here, building it out, and then click at this place here that says story, and then story operations, and then what? Insert story. And on this insert story now, we'll now come here and then put what? Story what? 10. Okay, and then come here and say generate members from this latest story, and I'll say okay, and I'll say yes. Okay, so with that now you will see that additional story right now will just be added up. Okay, so right now we now have additional story being added up right now, having a height of what, 36,400. So let's now confirm from our CAD file to see if that's what we have. That's why you need this CAD file to be able to follow up what I'm doing right now. So we have 36,400, okay, which is directly at this level, as you can see it also here. So we now have that on this level right now. Now it is on this slab now that we now have that load of this soil. Okay, so we will have to now go and factor in this load of this soil, and to factor it out, this is where that load is basically on this level. But before then, I'll have to copy this wall load and then put on this floor beams on this area. So I'll come here, right click here, and then do what? Right click and then say copy, copy loads, and I'll say yes, copy, and I'll come here and select all the perimeter beams on this level. Okay, and I'll select all the perimeter beams, select this also, and then select this one also here, and then this, okay, and then this, okay. Yeah, you can still work while you are on your 3D model view. Okay, and I'll do this also by clicking here and also clicking here. Okay, and then also I'll go again right now, and then click this, click this, click this, and click this one here. Okay, and then come to this place now, rotate, move forward, and then come here and then click here. Now while you're watching, if you have not clicked on the subscribe button, I'll say you should click on the subscribe button, and also give this video a thumbs up so that we can continue what we are doing here on Ekidel. So right now, come here, right click now, and then do what? Click what? Paste load. Okay, and I'll click on. Now you can see that the load now is now being pasted. As you can see that the load right now, we have now pasted all the wall load on this place. So on this place now, we'll now go over and make story 9. Go to plan view first, and then make story 10 active on plan view. Okay, so making it active now on plan view. Now the next thing now to do is to go and locate where the greenhouse is. As from what I'm saying before, this is where we have our greenhouse. So our greenhouse is around this area. As you can see, this is where our greenhouse is, which is directly at the level of earth, 36.4 meters, which is directly at this place here. Okay, which is 10th floor. So now, knowing that the greenhouse on the plan view here of the 10th floor is this region here, as you can see where it is, which is directly this region, as you can see it here. So right now we'll have to insert, we have to remove this load, this slab, or we will just leave this slab and then modify the load. Okay, so I'll just undo the slab and then modify the load of that slab. Okay, so because the dead load of the slab will have to change. So I'll click on this right now, click on the slab, right click, and then I will have to come here and say properties, and then I will have to change the load of that slab. Okay, so right now I'll just go here and click on what loads here, but before then I have to change the thickness of that slab to 175 because it is carrying a soil. And I'll come here right now and then put in my load here. Now since this place was perfectly kept for a green area, as you can see that, so forever that this building will be on, this place will constantly be a greenhouse area, so that becomes a dead load. Okay, so I'll come here just now and then impute the load here as dead load. Okay, so my dead load now will now become 324. Yes, 324. That becomes my dead load based on the soil, knowing that the soil unit weight is what, 18 kilonewton per meter, per meter, and all that. So we have to now factor in that value, and then we got 3.47. You can go and find out how to calculate all that. Okay, so I'll come here right now and then click on what okay here. Okay, so by doing that right now, we have just changed the load on the depth of this slab. You can see that only this slab right now has a depth of 175, and the rest is still having what, 150. Okay, and I'll come here again also and modify this other one here too. Modify the depth of this and also the load of that. Come here, properties, and then come here again, modify this right now to 175, and then come to the load here, modify this right now to what, 3 3.24. Okay, and then come here and then click on what? Okay. Okay, that's fine. And then you can now see that we have now modified these two slabs to be able to carry the weight of this soil and everything that's happening here. Okay, so then right now we will now move on to what we have next. Let me go and check again what we have next. So we have just factored this into the consideration, and looking at this right now, there is no wall load on this wall here. So basically right now there won't be wall load around this place here. Okay, and also if you look at what we have here, okay, that's fine, everything looks okay here. There is a wall load, a small wall load here on this area, and also a exterior here. So we'll have to factor that into consideration when we are going to insert the next story. Okay, so on the next story right now, which is basically on this place here, you can see that this place here is something like a double volume here, as you can see that. So let me go and check what we have on the 10th floor. On the 10th floor here, which is the 10th floor, so the 11th floor. Okay, now from the 11th floor, all this place now becomes void. Okay, so this place now is void on the 11th floor. Okay, 11th floor is void. So you can see the section here that from the 10th slab there is a slab there, but 11th one there is no slab, which is void. So we will have to now go model that, and by doing that right now, I'll just minimize this right now and then come and insert story, which for 11th floor. Insert story right now and put here number of story 11th, and still have it generate story here, and still have the height as what? 3.5 3.5 millimeter, which is the same thing. I'll say yes here, which is the same thing that we have at this place here, because if you subtract this from this, you have 3,500 as the height of the story. Okay, so right now we have now got, you can now see that we now have story 11 being active. Now on this story 11 right now, you can see that on this story 11 from the CAD file here, that this area here is void. Okay, there is no beam and there is no also slab on this story 11 around this place. So right now we will have to come here. Now also let us go and confirm what we have, because you can see how it is here, that from that we have a little distance from this place. So we'll have to go and check right now from what we have here, the dimension, which is on story 11. Sorry, story 11 should be okay here, that's fine. So we'll have to confirm from the lift right now what's the distance from the lift all the way down. So I'll have to come here and check the distance from the lift wall, from this grid line all the way down to this grid line becomes a void. So I'll have to create a line here to get this to get the center point here. Sorry, trim. Okay, trim this off right now, and I'll click this dimension now, and then get the distance from here to here to here. Yes, correct. And I have 1810 millimeter. So I'll come now and then offset that grid line, that dimension from the lift wall, offset it down by typing what? -1810. Okay, since it's going downward, and I'll press what? Okay, and then this is where we have our destination to be. I can choose to make this now a hidden axis, because this is not a major axis, so I'll make it a hidden axis. I'll just remove these bulbs here, okay, and make it hidden. Okay, and I'll come here and then say what? Okay, that's fine, and I'll close here. So right now we now have that this slab here will like go off. Okay, this slab too will go off. Okay, and then this beam here will have to shift back to this place here. So I'll have to click on this beam, right click here, and do what? I can choose to say move. Okay, and I'll come here and then click from here to here, and the beam will move directly down to this place automatically right now. Okay, that's fine. Let me just hold on for that to happen. Okay, so you can now see that this beam now has now moved from this point now to this point here. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can now see, so with that now I'll now come here, click at this place now, right click here, and I'll come here and say what? Properties, and take the slab properties here and then insert. So okay, my slab here. Okay, that's fine. So this now becomes my slab now, which is a one-way slab, as you can see there right now. So again, right now, this now becomes a void, as you can see that. Now, from our CAD file, this cantilever still, let me see. Yeah, let me see if the balcony is still there. The balcony is on the 10th floor, but from the 11th floor, there is no balcony around this. Let me confirm from the section here. Okay, so the section of the 11th floor, there is no balcony. So I'll also take off that slab because there's no balcony flowing down on this place here. So I'll come here, and if you also take the CAD file here, you will see that there is no balcony coming out. You can see that it is just flushing straight down. Okay, while this one was just coming out like protruding out here. So I'll come here and then remove this balcony slab here. Okay, on the 11th story, that's the 11th floor. So if you now go and check our 3D view here right now, you will see what we have just done so far, which is here. As you can see it now, this is what we have on that place. Now again, on the 11th floor again, let me go and check again. 11th floor now, since there is no balcony on the, sorry, let me just go again. This is where we are here. Yes, this is where we are. Okay, we are on this place. Okay, that's fine. So you can now see that on the 11th floor, which is here, there is no balcony. So let me go and insert the 8th floor, sorry, the 12th floor, so that you can be able to see the shape very, very well. Because on the 12th floor here, you can see that on the 12th floor, this is the 12th floor, sorry. Okay, 11 and 12. 11 and 12 have the same thing. As you can see from the section here, that 11 and 12, this is 11 and this is 12. Okay, so but on the 12th floor there should be a cantilever slab because that slab is to carry the 13th floor, which is this one here. Okay, so right now what I'll do just now is to go back here, go back to my CAD file here right now and insert story again and call it story 12. Okay, so I'll come here, business set out here, come to story here and insert story again here, and then click on what, insert, and I'll come here and type what, 12, and I'll click on what, generate yes, and I'll click on what, okay here, and now say yes. Okay, and wait for it to now add the story, okay, for you automatically. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so right now we now have story 12. As you can see that story 12 now is now active, giving us as what, for 3.4 meters. Let's just take from the CAD file if that's what we have. So we also have that height story what, for 400. Okay, that's fine. Let me see this again. Yeah, we have that value. Okay, that's fine. So right now let's now go and copy our wall load now from story 11 to story 12. Okay, so from story 10, sorry. So we have to now click on the card on this place now, as I did before, and then paste those load now. So I'll just come here right now and highlight all the perimeter walls here. Okay, so right now you can see that I have just pasted all my wall loads on the story 11 and 12. Now on this story 12 area here, as you can see on the CAD file here, at this story 12 there is a slab. There is this story 12 top of slab is carried the 13th floor. Okay, and we still have the cantilever slab here, and there is also a slab which is not void. So we have already achieved this double volume here, which, as you can see on our CAD file here, we have already achieved that, which is here and here. But on this place right now, there should be a slab here which takes the same shape from what we have on story 10. So right now I'll go back to my plan view here and then remove this slab automatically now, delete, and then come back here and move back this bin back to where it was before by clicking here and then clicking here, and automatically right now the bin will move back to this place. And I'll come here, click right on this slab now, right click here and take the slab property just to copy the load and everything. Now paste here now and then paste here also, and I'll come here and then click on what, close here. Okay, that's fine. So right now we have now done this 13th floor slab, as you can see there, which is basically the 12th story, but the base slab of the 13th story. Okay, so right now we have not done this now. So on this 13th floor now, you can see that on the 13th floor we have let me see, 13th floor has a cantilever slab, as you can see it here, which is for balcony. So I also can model that too. So I'll go back to my CAD file now, and then make my 13th floor story 12 active plan. Okay, and I will go to this cantilever slab here, click on this, right click here, and then say work properties here. Okay, and I'll come now, click on this here, and then click on this here, and then click on outside here. Okay, and I'll come here and then click on what close here. Okay, that's fine. So right now on our 3D view now, you can now see that we have just modeled just that now. Okay, let me take this grid line down to the foundation A level. So let me just click on this to 00 active. Okay, so right now let's now look at it very, very well. So looking at this now, you can now see that this is now the 10th floor. Let me just do it like this. Okay, so this is now, or let me just do it like this first for you guys to see very well. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so this is now the 10th floor, which is basically this here. I want to turn it the other way around. Let me just go again. Coming, let me just keep this here and then keep this here. Okay, and then try to rotate something this now, like this now. Okay, so you can now see that now that let me just do this now. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so with this now, you can now see that this one here is now this 10th floor here. Now this other one here right now, this double volume here is what we have here, giving us here as double volume here. You can see that this void here is open and this void here is open. There is no slab in between them, as you can see. That right now. Now this small recess here, which is this small slab here, is what we have directly here. This is the place to have it here. Okay, this place here, and it's carrying a wall load. I can see that right now. So I'll just click on this beam right now, right click here, and then paste what? A load to it. Okay, I'll paste a load to it right now. Okay, that's fine. So with that, now if you now look at it very, very well from here, let me just do this now. Let me just pass through this. Okay, you can be able to see that design here. As you can see that, which is directly on this place here. You can see that right now. It's showing like a halfway. So this void now, which is the volume right now, is sorry. This should go off. I don't do. Okay, it's now what we have here. As you can see right now, we now have that double volume here, which is these two places. Okay, so right now we have now modeled that story. Okay, let's now move on to the next one, which we now have. So we have modeled this 13 story after we have just passed this greenhouse area. This is not a slab for that will take care of the of that slab of that greenhouse. Okay, and then let's now move on to the next, which is now we now have this story now, this slab and this slab and this slab. Okay, and that says that what is that level? That level should be from 13th floor to 14th floor is typical. Okay, and then to 15th floor is typical basically, but has water tanks. Okay, that is where we have water tanks. Okay, so right now you can now see what we have just done so far. We have just modeled from this part 6, we have modeled story 10 down to story in 12. Okay, so in my next video right now, I will have to insert I'll show you guys how to model story 13 and 14, which you can see here, 13 and 14, which I'll show you guys how to model that. Okay, and then we will now move on to the 15 story. Okay, so we are basically almost done, although we are still going to design for the foundation, which is the pipe foundation, which I have not done on this platform Ekidel, so which I will do on this video to design the pipe foundation for this video. So right now you can now see what we have just done so far. As you can see that now, if you have any questions so far, I'll say you should drop it down below on this comment section. Drop your question down below this comment section, and also if you have watched to this very extent, I'll say that you should click on the subscribe button if you have not done that yet, and then give this video a thumbs up so that we can go viral, and then we will also be motivated to like make more videos. Okay, so right now thank you so much, and for the next, and then you can also join our Ekidel paid Ekidel mentorship class. Now if you join our channel, you can receive exclusive videos that is not on this free YouTube. And then if you now pay for our Ekidel mentorship class, we will train you specially. We are giving out 50% discount on this month of September, so don't miss that. And then watch out for the next. Okay, so watch out now for the part 7 of this video series and for the design of this season to be. See you next right now for the part 7. Bye for now.